Hello guys, welcome back to the S3D Hobby Shop. I'm S3D and today I have another review. I guess from now on it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna say anything about sponsorships and stuff like that because it's actually very misleading and confusing when it's not coming from a retailer because normal people don't do sponsorships. So this review is now brought to you by my viewer, Steve. Steve, no last name. So, okay, no association with the guy who owns Bluefin, or Steve Jobs or anything like that. Yeah, thank you, Steve, for commissioning a custom. Yes, this is gonna be remake into a custom. So, anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get on with the review. This is the Bandai 30 minutes missions Portanova space type. Okay, so well, I'll talk about, I'll give you guys a spoiler on, what this thing's going to eventually turn into at the end of the video. But let's go ahead and take a look at the box real quick. This kit was released in 2020, early 2020. And here we have the side of the box. Obviously, if you have two of these, you can do like a weird walker version of the space type. It has all the parts to build the standard Portanova and all the parts to build this thing, obviously. So yeah, so this is like the space combat version. In Japan, it's recommended for ages 8 and up, and I don't see a Bluefin sticker anywhere, so I'm assuming this thing came from Japan. Yeah, Steve actually only buys stuff from AmiAmi or Hobby Link Japan. One or the other. He refuses to buy. Anyway, I don't want to get into too much detail. I had a very long conversation with him about a certain California-based Gunpla retailer that he's really not a fan of. So whatever. Anyway, we have the sticker sheet right here, and we have the instruction manual. So there we go. You can read about the story of the Portanova space type and stuff. Alright, and also, just so you know, even if you're sponsoring this video, I am not gonna be your voice when it comes to, bashing retailers. Yeah, it's not a smart thing to do. So, I'm not gonna say anything about retailers and stuff like that. Alright, I will bash manufacturers though, but I won't bash retailers. So if you have a problem with a retailer, that is between you and the retailer. Alright, so anyway, here we go. We have all the parts and you can do some customization of your own by doing this. Obviously, you can swap out the arms for, other parts for the gun and stuff like that. And you can also swap out the head, which I know that's pretty common for the Portanova. Here we have the runners and blah blah blah, and here we have the back. Endless customization. You can kit bash this with the Alto, parts from the Alto, and vice versa, and whatever. So there you go. Don't really need to go over articulation too much on these kits. This is basically just a Portanova with the same articulation with a new sets of legs. So there's my custom right there. I actually sold this to Steve, the guy who commissioned this. So this is gonna be like a package deal. And continuing the tradition, this guy's gonna end up having the same color scheme as this one. So I guess I have found something that people actually are interested in, a color scheme. So there we go. Here we have the Portanova space type. We have the whatever walkers thing this is. I think there's actually a name for these. Let me see. What are these called? I think the Alto version is called the Roy. I don't know what this one's called, but I really don't care. We have the extra arm here where you can swap out the arm with the cannon. We have the extra hand option, which you can swap out with the claw. So, the new points of articulation is very simple. We have the ball joint here for the feet. We have our ankle swivel here. And we also have another articulation here. And then we have the normal leg articulation right there. And that's it. That's all that's changed. Everything else is exactly the same. Okay, so the claw, we have this ball joint that goes onto the forearm, and it's just connected via a straight peg, like that. The claw can open up like so. You can also close it up if you don't want it to like grab anything. Of course, this is compatible with the Alto and the Portanova, and the Rabiot, the new one that just came out, and the Seal Nova, which just came out in Japan. The Seal Nova is basically like the Dom to the Zaku, which is the Portanova, and the Rabiot is probably like I don't know. It's like, I guess like the Alto is like the gym, and the Rabiot, yeah, the Rabiot is the heavy gym. Something like that. I don't know. It looks like a heavy gym to me. So anyway, we got the cannon right here. You have a couple options you can do with the cannon. You can actually take this thing apart. Yeah, and then you can have a short cannon like that, which is pretty cool. Or you can add this extension. Now this extension here has another point of articulation right there for like the wrist, for the hand. So you can, have it like, like have another hand grab onto this while it's firing. Something like that. Or personally, I would never buy this kit because I think this thing looks really silly. But for kit bashing purposes, I think this thing is actually very capable for like, a lot for very good customization. We got some really cool stuff going on here. We got this backpack, which is pretty cool. These are actually legs of the Portanova, the lower legs. Since you replace them with these, you got these nice, big, chunky forearm armor parts, which is really good for kit bashing. I mean, this kit is definitely, if you don't like the look, I don't know. I don't think this thing's gonna be like super popular, other than harvesting parts, which is what Steve asked me to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kit bash this thing, and they also have some issues standing up because of the legs, so that's kind of problematic. So would I recommend this kit? Personally, not really, unless you like the way this thing looks, or if you want to salvage the parts. Harvest the parts for something else, for a kit bash. I mean, yeah, it looks pretty cool on its own, now that I'm looking at it some more. But yeah, originally, I wasn't planning on buying this anyway, even if I have money or no money. Okay, when I have money, I would still not buy this because I just don't like the way it looks. And that's as honest as I'm gonna get. Otherwise, I would have reviewed it a long time ago. But guess it looks cool, and you have to you have to look at it long enough to appreciate it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, this guy's gonna get customized into that color, possibly kit bash with another kit from leftover parts, and you might see another video of this thing if I don't get shut down or whatever. Anyway, hope you guys find this information helpful. Of course, all my contents are for adult collectors 18 and over. If you're a kid who's under the age of 18 and you're trying to convince me that because you're 13 years old you're an adult collector, I'm just going to laugh at you and ban you from the channel. Plus, you're not ever going to get a response from me. Thanks for watching.